Liquid versus Team Aster. Game 1.
They don't want to force a fight without Death Prophet. The game can look a little sad, but you always need to make sure that you're giving yourself the best opportunity to win. So now that their Death Prophet's dead, you just have to give up. You have to play for the last racks. You have to play for the the winning the game. You can't just play for, you know, we have to defend this racks, guys. It feels bad.
Right.
You have to just make your sacrifices.
So when you say you have to give up, you mean give up the racks?
Give up the racks. Yes, of course.
Okay. Well, we'll see now as Blink, Boots of Bearing, Yules on the CM. Aster have gone for all of these great team fighting oriented items.
Maybe an actual moment.
This could be big. Ori jumped. Oh, they miss. And BKB, the turnaround. Foxy immediately TP's out of there. They're going to cancel the TP in from XXS.
That was a really nice try. If he got the fear on the right click into the jump, they actually would have bursted him. You have to do these small plays. Anytime you kind of split up your heroes, you go to the side lanes. Heroes always want to push the lanes out. Ori's been doing it all game where he'll go to a side lane, he'll push it out past the corner, and Liquid needs to set up these kind of traps to catch the heroes out. And every kill means so much for them right now.
It is really your only chance, right?
Or legendary high ground defense.
Of course.
They still have the team fight. They still have the Mars Arena. The Mars Arena is one of the strongest spells to team fight with, especially once the BKBs are down. It's just the question of, are you able to force them to BKB without pressing Arena? And so far, the answer has been no.
Yeah, and Aster, I mean, they're feeling pretty secure about this, just thinking, yeah, maybe we'll wait out for Roche, see what happens, see if we can catch someone coming into their base. They're certainly in no rush right now.
It is always tempting, though. You get that DD on the sniper bottled up. No boots, no problem. But they're doing the same thing that they've been doing all game. Hold an area, wait for Liquid to run into them. And when that will not happen, the downside is that Liquid are going to need to keep these waves pushed out. They can't even really leave their base right now.
One of the nice things, which is why Aster's been able to hold area so much, is that Liquid doesn't really have any heroes who push the lanes without showing. Slowly. Which it's mostly been Zai the whole game. He'll run to a lane, he'll kill it, run to the next, kill it, and he's kind of just chasing them, making them chase him around and keep getting gold. But for Aster, you know, Leshrac has boots of travel, the sniper can just shrapnel and the wave will die, the Pango can kill it in half a second with both his spells, and they're able to just push the lanes quickly and then regroup, whereas Liquid kind of has to slowly show their hero, show what they're doing.
I'm done. There might be many, but fuck it. Do you want to out this guy?
Yeah, you need to stun him.
Can we went now?
No, go.
This is not gonna happen, bro. Let's go.
It did not happen.
Yeah,
this is not gonna happen.
It's one of those tough ones. Those moments are always so difficult to get everything working together in concert. And of course, just high movement speed on that hero as well.
It's also just, you know, you kind of feel the pressure of the game, so you're trying to make all these moves, you're trying to make them work, and you only have half a second, 1 second to know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, that moment is very fleeting for the side lane kill like that. McKay taunting it up there, has to pop the BKB.
Get out of dodge. Does have that rapier queued up as well, so Liquid may be a sign of the times and what they need, or at least feel like they need to win this one. They are just still incredibly in control of this game on Aster.
This is my guy right here. This is my play.
This is a very deep smoke.
Yeah, this is what you gotta do when you're 5, right? You gotta get these wards down. They're just like, there's no way they'd ever expect this ward to exist in this game state, right? So you can go for even the more obvious ones in this case, especially when they have a gems. You kind of gotta YOLO on like the high ground ones at times.
They know that this Roche fight is, if they're going to make a comeback happen, where it needs to happen. Pinging out that Roche pit. I wouldn't even mind him standing over in that corner there, to be honest. Dude, that'd be crazy. Can you imagine?
The little Roche vision corner? Yeah. There's been some crazy things with that.
Well, ever since, you know, techies.
Right, of course.
He's been gone. We don't have to worry about it as much.
Yeah, the greatest hero.
And you can see Insania, he did not take his gem with him on this mission.
He doesn't even have a sentry down. They could just have a ward of him. And
I mean, if they got you, right? Why waste an extra bit of gold?
I think nowhere else to be, you know?
He's probably just, I would assume he's just playing to steal the Aegis. I don't think there's much more their team could do, but Matsu TP's back. It looks like they might want to just smoke up and take this Roche fight.
They got the rapier on the courier. It's coming on out. We'll see if this is going to be enough now, as Aster have not left this entire side of the map with the exception of XXS, but they will head on in. Ori in position.
The greatest bait of all time.
Ready to go. They find them all. BKB's out. The rapier's there. Is it going to be enough damage, though? They turn onto him. BKB beats away. Now the damage onto Ori. Yule trying to survive through a Requiem of Souls. A couple more punches. They did it. They got enough. XXS now still rolling back and forth on top of him. They buy back on the spend, try and get into the fight.
Bonnie's coming.
Mickey, he's got to be careful. Sniper, he's blinking, he's running forward to break
detection?
the run, but they don't have it. So they keep alive the Shadow Fiend, but lose everybody else except Insania. Another big win.
Live, of all people.
I don't know.
Comes in, he throws a static storm down as well on top of the sniper. Now, that was a great job delaying it, right? He kept the sniper out of the fight for a very long time so that the rapier could actually do a little bit of work and they could take down Ori, but still not enough to get an edge here for Liquid.
And now Monet feels so strong as they walk up high ground. A break, a punch, a kill. Oh no, the ult! Oh, Bulbaka, he's so strong. He gets the blink out after. They do it in style. Aster, keep the pressure going. They're going to win this game here as Divine Rapier is dropped. He denies his items, heads on in for the base. GG is called.
It was a nice rapier. The fight looked really close. They almost killed the Lush Shark instantly, but he had Stormcrafter, I think, kind of delays it, presses Yules as well. It's like 3.5 seconds, he's just in the air. They can't do damage.
It was a tale of maybe the execution in terms of just like what's easy for each team. You know, for Aster, they kind of just got leaned back, farm it up a little bit, didn't feel like this pressure was on them to make these moves across the map, whereas Liquid, they felt that pressure and they were unable to make those moves. And sort of the classic tale of Mars in a sense, like we still see him picked because he does have this opportunity for the spear in the arena, and when you hit it, it feels really good. When you can't make those plays and connect those efforts for your team, you see yourself struggle quite a bit.
I thought the biggest thing was the lanes were really nice, but the team fight was just... Aster was so good.
Well, that's what we're going to have to deal with going into the next game as they head on backstage, get prepped and ready for it. Liquid back to the drawing boards, and we're going to head back to the panel.
Team Liquid
Team Aster
versus Team Aster. Game 2.
So Mickey's going for a sheep, which I think will change a lot. It lets him actually kill these heroes by himself and not have to worry about the stuns. And Matu is going for an MKB, but they're both about 3,000 gold away from their items. And I don't think they'll have the time to wait for these items, so they have to decide whether are they giving up Roche and taking the items, or are they going to try to force a fight and just take a proper positioning fight, which is also another option because, again, Liquid can win a fight based on positioning.
Yeah, if they get that big jump.
If they get the jump, if they get the burst, the Terrorblade dies, maybe he doesn't have a buyback. He is buying out right now. He's actually buying a full Daedalus, so he won't have buy if they kill him at this Roche fight.
Well, it's a similar timing here as well for that Aegis, but halfway through, so see if they can find that positioning, and Daedalus is there delivered.
And you can see the Hawk scouting for the Roche respawn time. It is a minute away right now. As Aster going into the pit, they check it. That was spotted by Liquid. And it does look like they'll have at least a little bit more time now to get in towards those items. Not sure if it's going to be enough, as you said.
Also, something cool is Monet has a Blink Dagger. So I think his idea is, even if you blink on the Shadow Fiend, if he doesn't get the Arcane Blink buff off, his ult is not as strong. He can't use it as fast, and you kind of force it so once Shadow Fiend can never get gone off if they want to win the fight. He can't get clipped by anything that cancels his blink, he can't get hit once by the Shadow Fiend or slowed or anything. He has to be able to be like completely free and get a jump when he wants to get the jump. So all these Blink Daggers on Aster now, and both the cores of the Lesh and the Terrorblade are going to kind of cancel that out.
It kind of, unfortunately, feels like a lot of their cores feel that way, you know? I mean, I guess Zai is the one who can maybe be in there a little bit with the help of some creeps.
It's pretty much the only one. And of course, you see those Hawks flying over the top. They do scout out that Aster is sitting in the exact same spot where they were last game. They get into the MKB for the Ursa. A couple of other items getting picked up.
They're putting down floor rugs. They're hanging some nice decorations on the walls. Some great pictures of the family, you know? Really furnishing the environment. It's nice.
But
there's interesting. The Timeless Relic is given to Insania, which is really nice for his slows, and then the Spell Prism for Mickey.
looking for a big wraparound here from Liquid as Aster on the other side of it. We'll have to see if they want to head on up and find a way in the pit, but the Terrorblade already seen that Roche is back up. Monet's just going to keep fighting. They're waiting for them to come to Aster.
They just need to catch the right hero on Aster. If they catch the Brewmaster, sad, he has a hand disc. If they catch the support and you have to use your ult on him, it's also kind of sad because now you can't use them on the cores. So you have to catch the Terrorblade or you have to catch the Lesh. Aster's just in such a nice position that Terrorblade illusions are breaking everything so they can't sneak Roche. They're playing under their ward, they're playing as 5, so you're going to constantly have to walk into the team. They're even pressuring the base with the illusions. There's just so many things that is kind of pulling Liquid apart just around the map.
He also just hit his buyback as well. on Monet as well. So that very small window, but could have been hazardous, is now gone too.
A minute and a half left on Ursa's, but doesn't have the gold to get there once it comes back up again.
It's actually impossible to jump in first. Look at how he's sitting. He's got heroes on both sides. He's ninja geared there, just smoked up, hanging out, making sure that the Hawks don't spawn anything. He's not the guy you're gonna get. They fully recognize that's the only way they lose this fight.
This is the most defensive play that I feel like I've seen from a team in forever. It's because they know,
and that's after last game.
Exactly, right?
Exact same thing.
They know that this is the only way it works, and there's creeps hidden in the tier 4 towers. Like, Liquid need to deal with this. They're literally going to lose their base if they don't make a move. And Liquid, they just can't. They're stuck in a chokehold. Matumba Man heads back, and now they're all alone.
The second they see the TPs, they just walk in the Roche.
Aster, ready to go. Matumba Man and the rest of them are going to need to get back out close and quick, but it's not going to come quickly enough.
I believe it's Shadow Fiend himself who says, outplay. You know?
Unreal.
That's how this feels.
Such clean Dota being played by Aster.
Oh, he wants that Agnes Blessing. He's taking it.
And now smoke up from Aster. We'll see if they make the move.
I'm the Shadow Fiend now. I got the Terror Wave.
They find one. It's XXS. That's not who you want at the start. Ori moves on in. BKB already out. Matumba Man runs away the Terror Wave. Walk forward. The Frost Shield. It's not quite enough from Matumba Man. And now the Hex. The turn. They chase him down. They kill him out. No buyback for 2 minutes. And just like that, Aster take a dominant control over this game. 20k gold lead now with that Aghanims in tow and the lift up there. They found Mickey. Can he manage to escape? The BKB runs on in, pulls him out. Nicely done. But the chase
on the Marcy.
And they're ready to go for the next round. Up to the high ground. Aster, they can feel it now.
Zai's in behind, but no roar here. Just has to watch, see if they can find a plan. Mickey just in the fountain.
Hoping for something. Matumba Man does have buyback and 400 gold, but it's not going to come soon enough. Aster, they're not going to give him the time. The 4 staff keeps Insania alive, but on to the tier 4 towers now. Aster, the last team in the upper bracket from China. Head on in. Mickey goes with the big ulti. Is it going to be enough, though? XXS pops it immediately, turns to fight, looks for some more. Monet, he's actually not hitting the throne right now.
Here he comes.
But they move on in, and Monet, ready to battle, heads on towards the Ancient. They start beating away at it. Eyes on the prize. The Chain Frost back and forth between the two of them. And with that, wait the fear. They move away. Another round of it. Jump forward. But GG is called. Aster, they win the game. They win the series 2-0 over Liquid.
Really nice performance from Aster. I think, especially the way they play the mid-game, the late mid-game, when they are slow and they're holding areas in the map, and they force the lanes. Always pushing the lanes out to Airblade, always forcing Liquid to have to TP back, make moves out, and then Aster's always getting the things that they want.
Yeah, Monet played a fantastic macro game there on the Terrorblade, right? Like, both this concept of like how important he is in the fights and where his position is in terms of the stack of the priority, the kill that needs to happen there from Liquid, and always being in a safe position, but still keeping those lanes in a state where they're always in an advantage. And again, that patience. I mean, I don't even remember last time I've seen like that early in the game. That was like a 60 or 70 minute play, you know, where you're sitting there for that long. But to do that at this point in the game was very impressive.
Well, Aster, they keep up this momentum as like we said, last Chinese team in the upper bracket. Liquid will drop down now after a really powerful group stage. Going to have to collect their bearings and get ready for those matches as well. But for now, as the players congratulate each other, we're going to head on back to the panel.